What's good, YouTube? We are back again with another video, and today I have for you a San Diego Chargers legend, Ladianian Tomlinson. I want to say he's my second favorite running back of all time. Of course, Barry Sanders being one, Ladainian Tomlinson being another. Marshall Faulk was right there. So many great running backs in the history of the NFL, but he's definitely one of my favorites. A running back that reminds me of him right now is Christian McCaffrey. He is a versatile running back, can run off the handoff, can catch out the backfield. He is phenomenal. Same thing with Marshall Faulk, was a multi-dynamic type running back. Ladainian Tomlinson was that guy, right? I believe he still holds the record for 30 touchdowns in one season, which is outrageous, right? He just was phenomenal. Who is the best running back in the League Two right now? If I had to pick three running backs, it'd be McCaffrey, Nick Chubb. A lot of people may put Jacobs there. You could still throw Derrick Henry, although Derrick Henry had a slight fall, I guess you want to call it. This is what I plan on doing, is I want to put out a new jersey. I'm going for twice a week to 3 times a week, but if I could do twice, at least once a week, I want to give you a brand new NFL jersey to review. This is the powder blue. I've actually think this is one of the greatest jerseys of all time. This color palette is amazing. You had this almost like Bruins colorway where it's yellow and this light blue, baby blue. It's a beautiful, gorgeous color combination. They use it till this day, right? I actually have a Herbert. If you happen to look up an authentic elite Herbert, I have basically that version. One of the greatest jerseys of all time. This is a Mitchell and Ness jersey, but it replicates the Reebok era. So it's supposed to be a 2009 jersey. Again, we're going to take a look at it. You do have the AFC patch, 50th anniversary for the AFC. They're not the only team that wore this patch. I believe the Jets had this, and they wore that on their throwback version, which is the navy. I believe that was the New York Titans from the 50s or really, really long time ago, maybe the 60s. There are multiple teams that wore this patch, I believe, during this season as well. So most of the old school or original AFC teams wore this particular patch. Dope jersey. Let's get right to it. So the one thing I will say right out the bat, that Mitchell and Ness, and Mitchell and Ness is actually pretty good when it comes to craftsmanship for the most part, right? I mean, all companies have their errors, but for like creating patches, for having stitching, when it comes to stitching, embroidery, Mitchell and Ness does a fairly good job, right? One thing they are hideous at is recreating this equipment logo that was used during the Reebok era. So I believe 2000s, the Reebok was pretty much the primary jersey of choice. They had the equipment logo at one point. If I ever showed you what an actual Reebok authentic looks like, the quality of this equipment logo is just way better on Reebok. Mitchell and Ness tends to put this on a pretty shitty, basically, background, and the embroidery kind of sucks. But we're going to get into all of that on this jersey. Let's take a look at this beauty of a jersey right off the gate. I mean, come on, right? You're going to see tons of fakes of Ladainian Tomlinson jerseys on eBay. The navy versions, the white versions. For some reason, the Reebok era had a ton of fakes. So to me, it's always the safest bet to get a Mitchell and Ness at this point, because you just don't want to risk it. I mean, the prices sometimes are too good to be true. You think you're getting something legit, but the Reebok era is one of the easiest and best fakes, definitely for the NFL, in jerseys, period. That whole entire era. So for me, I'd rather just get the Mitchell and Ness. This is the Mitchell and Ness Ladainian Tomlinson. Looks gorgeous. Shout out to all the jersey heads out there, Nostalgia Boy, Mac, the whole crew, you know, Throwback, Rez. So there was a little bit of a debate about this jersey because the game worn jersey had a kiss cut like this, but the retail version appeared to be different. Again, we get that same thing with the Kobe Bryant jerseys, so a lot of them are kiss cut. The retail versions were double stacked back then, so the twill on the retail version was double stacked. It seems like a gamer version showed up on photos, and this is how they had the gamer version. So Mitchell seemed pretty accurate. And the material used is almost like a dry fit. I'm sure Reebok has its own name for it. So if you notice, the dazzle on the upper part of the jersey is a completely different material than what we get on the middle part. If I do have that picture, I will pop it up. But this is just how it was back then. And Mitchell and Ness seem to have gotten this jersey correct. So that's pretty dope. As we take a look at this jersey real quickly. So from the neck down, we're going to work our way throughout the jersey. So from the neck, you have this. First off, you have the tag, right? So really, really nice. This is the equipment logo I was telling you about. Kind of shitty. You know, it is what it is. And then you have this AFC patch, right? 50th anniversary. Pretty cool. Great embroidery. And then you have this dazzle material. So when you see this dazzle material, it kind of has that shine. This is going to give you that old school like Lions look. That's a dazzle material as well. And again, shout out to Luca as well. Guys like that who know their shit. Mac, of course. These guys basically taught me a lot. And that is what that dazzle upper material is. Different material. It's a little bit more on a dry fit kind of thing. Of course, it's not dry fit. Dry fit is owned by Nike. But this is Reebok's version basically of dry fit. And one of the things that I always loved, especially this era of the Chargers, is they had this stripe with the lightning bolt. The lightning bolt was stitched on. So as you guys can see here, you get that clean lightning bolt stitched on. Beautifully done. And then you have 21 on the sleeves as well. Right? Very clean. And then you have the 21 on the front of the jersey. Nicely done. Tomlinson on the back. Right? Sweet, sweet jersey. And then you have the jock tag here. 2009. And I believe the very next year he went to the Jets. And he was on the Jets, I want to say, for a couple of years. He didn't have a terrible go with the Jets, but he obviously wasn't the same player he was on the Chargers. I mean, he was the best back in the league. But this is just San Diego Chargers. I get a little thrown off because they are now the LA Chargers. And they always weren't the LA Chargers. They were San Diego Chargers for quite some time. Especially when Ladianian Tomlinson was on the team. So if I happen to mess up names, it's really because I remember them as the San Diego Chargers. Of course, now they're the LA Chargers. Beautiful stadium. But yeah, that's just a whole different thing. And plus, LA now has the Rams. It is crazy. I know they always had the Rams. And then they went to St. Louis. And then they came back. So strange things have happened over the course of these years. But yeah, so this is definitely one of the dopest jerseys in the collection. Very clean jersey. Eventually, I'm going to attack this room this fall. So I'll have my space back soon, right? Really soon. I'm hoping within like 2 months, a lot of this stuff is going to be all out. But there was a sneaker that actually I wanted to show you guys. Because to me, this is like a perfect combination. These are actually the Denver Nuggets Carmelo Anthony Jordan 2s. And it just happens to be more or less the same color that we get on this San Diego Chargers, right? So it's really, really nice. Would I probably wear it? Maybe so. This is the Jordan 2 Mellows. And then this is your San Diego Chargers authentic Ladianian Tomlinson jersey. My favorite, second favorite running back of all time. And that is that, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Again, I'm going to try to give you guys at least one jersey review. This is the NFL season. So I might as well give you NFL jerseys in a moment. And that is that. Hope you liked this video. And on that note, we out. Peace.